In the war on terror tonight, preparing for the worst. If terrorists attack Portland, would emergency workers be prepared? As KPTV's Jim Hyde reports, that's exactly what officials were trying to figure out today.
In tents outside the ER here at Emmanuel Hospital, the staff have set up a triage section to sort out the seriousness of the injuries caused by terrorists. Terrorists set off an explosion in downtown Portland. But so as not to bring the city center to an actual halt, Portland International Raceway, complete with a mock-up of downtown, stands in during this drill.
Got 6 officers and 2 vehicles coming your way.
Impacts of the faux explosion ripple through the metro area, from North Portland to David Douglas High, Beaverton, and Emmanuel Hospital. Victims come by bus, car, ambulance to Emmanuel. First, they need to be cleansed of the toxins from the fictional dirty bomb.
Got a chest injury here.
Then the emergency care staff try to learn what's wrong with them, and not only the wounds that are visible.
The explosion was horrific. I think they're dead.
High school student actors play some of the victim roles. Other volunteers from the community, also sporting garish wounds worthy of the best Halloween makeup artists, stand in too. Hospital staff say they're taking it seriously.
It's a little overwhelming, but at the same time, we've been trained. I'm an emergency room social worker, so this is part of the job. This is what we do day to day, and then it's just kicked up a notch today.
The wounded and burned just keep on coming. At OHSU, Portland's other trauma center, some role players show up with an attitude of wanting to help their neighbors learn to deal with such a mass casualty event.
It took a bit of time for the paramedics to come and get to us. I think in that time, if I was capable or able, I think it'd be really good to have the training to treat others around me and just try to get them stable until they can be seen by the professionals.
The people portraying the injured in the Portland event are working in conjunction with disaster drills in Phoenix, Arizona, and in Guam. Homeland Security Department spokeswomen call it the biggest such exercise ever. What counts for the folks volunteering and working here is how well they and their neighbors are dealing with the trauma.
I think we did very well, but every exercise is really about assessing how you can do better next time. And I think this has been really invaluable.
The exercise and evaluation of the performance will continue into Friday in hope of being better prepared for the real thing. Jim Hyde, the 10 o'clock news.
Homeland Security gets put to the test in a big drill today. It was a disaster drill here in Portland. Here's a look at how it got started. And with that explosion, America's largest ever terror drill was underway. Emergency responders and rescue teams gathered this morning to test their preparedness. Some observers noticed a few of the responders had failed to wear protective breathing equipment and said victims were left too long without treatment. Also at some local hospitals where they were taken for decontamination, communications was a problem.
We had insufficient number of radios, but we eventually got enough, but that was an early issue. There's been problems with having the correct phone numbers, despite all the planning and preparedness.
Now, Portland was one of 3 sites in the nation to conduct such a drill. Phoenix, Arizona had a similar disaster drill, and theirs is actually part of a 3-day test to see how the state would respond to a terror attack, also in the form of a dirty bomb. There was another similar exercise in Guam as well.
An explosion in Portland meant to simulate a dirty bomb launches the largest terrorism response exercise in U.S. history. The center of the drill, Portland International Raceway, meant to test response to a worst-case scenario. A bus represents a MAX train traveling across the steel bridge. The burned and damaged-looking vehicles a short distance away are supposed to be caught up in the make-believe explosion. The mock victims in that dirty bomb attack were taken to hospitals all over Portland. This is a look at those acting out the drill at Legacy Emmanuel. Some of the actors went through decontamination tents. Communication was the key objective for hospital staff in this test. Doctors and nurses say they were able to iron out some potential problems in today's drill.